Welcome back, fight fans. Good to have you here. It's Saturday evening. I'm AmiPolizeiFunk. I'm here with my man Ciez. How you holding up, Ciez?
I'm good. I'm good to go for a while.
We've reached the halfway point today on this first Saturday of the Operation Charlie Fox main event. We've brought you two series. We watched Korean Army send Cruzy down to the bottom bracket. And, you know, Cruzy's going up again. He's fighting for his life against Paul AD right now. I saw them in game. So we wish those guys well down there in the elimination round, the losers bracket round 1. And then we watched Korean Army cruise through game 1 against Aimstrong quite comfortably with his ISU 152, right? But then everything went south.
Those centaurs, man. That Brit
Brits came. Brits came and had a right jolly time of it. They had a right jolly time.
I would make fun of your British accent, but mine's probably even worse. So I just won't even try.
Well, I hang out with XCOM and Linsky, and they're both Brits, so all of my British isms were learned from the horse's mouth, so to speak. They're pretty funny. But so, yeah, next, guys, we're going to be having our own elimination fight on Sunday Night Fights, and it's going to be a good one. This is going to be, talk about heartstrings. This is going to be tough. After this next series, Ciez, either DevM or Korean Army is going home.
Yeah. So Korean Army is like such a nice guy. I don't want to root for either side, right? But like, I just love the dude. He's so after the first game, or no, sorry, after the matches with Cruz, he actually came into chat, thanked everyone for watching, and was like, I hope to give you epic games versus Aimstrong. Like, that's what he wanted, right? He just wanted to give the fans awesome games.
He's a sportsman, I'll tell you. He's a really humble and kind sportsman. I've interacted with him a lot. Like I mentioned earlier, Korean Army was on Sunday Night Fights Season 3. We're talking about, 4 years ago. And he was always so humble and polite. And what was really funny, and we almost set this up on purpose, I have to admit. In Season 3, we would do invites. We would just invite players to fight each other. There was no qualification system. It was just like King of the Hill by invite. And so we invited the most humble, sportsman-like, kind fellow, Korean Army, to fight the loudest, most brash, most just outspoken, like shit-talking mofo, like on the street, right? Toma, aka Contador. He was just like, I'm the best, French guy, like I said, a 2v2 partner of my co-founder of Kotu.org, Seb. But Toma, man, Toma was just a loose cannon. You just throw him into any situation, he would start running at the mouth, popping off. So we put these two opposites against each other, and Toma was talking all this smack, and then Korean Army comes in and 3-0s him.
Oh God!
And I think that knocked Toma back a step. That took him down a notch. He wasn't so blah blah after that. He got embarrassed by Korean Army. Good times, Co-1 days, telling stories. We got another Co-1 legend matchup coming up in Korean Army versus DevM. This could be Season 4. Let's go.
Did they play each other in Season 4?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we'd have to dig through all those open qualifier brackets. I mentioned earlier that DevM, it took him 3 contender bouts to finally make it through. So he fought all season long. He probably matched up against everybody. Barton and Korean Army, and he might have even fought Aimstrong at one point in that. Who knows? That was an intense season. We'd have to dig through all the brackets. I'm not sure if he ever fought Korean Army, or also, there was probably a year in there where Korean Army was doing his military time, so maybe he wasn't involved. Let's have a look at the brackets. Time for me to do a refresh. Spoiler alert, cover your eyes if you don't want to see it. Okay, we knew about Love Nest defeating Paul 2-0. We witnessed Aimstrong coming back and beating Korean Army 2-1. Jeslyn and Vindicare X are still going at it. Oh, wow, they're reporting game at a time. Look at this. We already have 2 games reported, so they're in an ace game. So, guys, go watch that. Go check out Jeslyn versus Vindicare X. We've got the Spanish #1 seed, the invite in the player, the King Jesus, who's nobody's been able to beat for years, going up against Vindicare X, who actually, it surprised me that he beat Symbiosis in round 1. If you look at the poll, the vote was, with Vote for Your Head, I think 60-70% in Symbiosis' favor. And, Vindicare knocked him out. Look at that. And he was down 1-0. Look at that. Symbi was up 1-0, and Vindicare came back and won the next 2 in a row. So maybe, man, I'm telling you, Vindicare's a competitor, man. Don't count him out. He is a competitor. He has a lot of tournament experience. He used to play Dawn Award at a tournament level. So not too many new results. It looks like we're pretty much ahead of the bracket, so that's cool. I like being ahead of the brackets. Ciez, are you keeping an eye out in-game for KoreanArmy and DevM?
Yeah, I just got KoreanArmy on my friends list, and DevM, I sent him a request. I don't know if he didn't notice it or if he's busy doing tournament stuff. Either way,
watching replays like that's super pro, right? Go in and fast forward through your opponent's replay from a previous round. Try to hold off the tourney referees that are saying get in there and play the game, no delays. But who knows what's going on there. I've got them all marked up on my scoreboard, man. I'm ready to cover it, so let me know when we see them. What we haven't done yet is we've already looked. Okay, there's Aimstrong. He's through to the winner's bracket round 3. We might see him again later, although we might not. Actually, you know what? I have the top bracket. Okay, we will. We will see him. So I will cast the winner of Jeslyn and Vindicare versus Aimstrong. So that'll be mine. So we will see Aimstrong again later today. I was just showing his player card. He victorious against KoreanArmy. Here's KoreanArmy's player card. We're going to watch him go up against DevM shortly. And now we can dig DevM's player card out of the top 10 ladder. Shouldn't be hard. He's right there, #1 USF. I wonder if he's been playing USF. I think it's his only allied faction. That was one of the things I was maybe criticizing him about a little bit, is that, he's only been playing USF and Wehrmacht. So doesn't that make him easier to prepare against?
Probably, yeah, because Soviet and USF play so differently, just like OKW and OST play so differently. And I almost wonder, I was thinking during the break, who is going to be able to find a counter to Aimstrong's Brit play? I think I have
Centaurs.
an idea. I don't really want to... Right, who's going to find a counter to that? I think I have an idea, but I don't know if I want to spoil my idea on stream, or if I want to, go snipe Aimstrong in Pride Post or something, right?
You might not get a chance, man. If
true.
He goes pretty deep in OCF, you might disappear. He'll be in the pocket. See you in a few months. He tends to vanish in between these big tournaments, but I don't mind that, because every time he signs up, I just get happy that we get to see him again, because he does provide some just kick ass in the games that we cast of his. Here we have Insane DevM, Aimstrong's clanmate. He only has 1v1 stats in USF and OST, but look at him. They're both #1.
So what I've heard, though... So I've heard DevM only ever plays Rifle Company, and Rifle Company's banned.
Well, he did also... he qualified, so...
Right,
he can't
right,
only play
yeah.
Rifle Company. He got here last week, and Rifle Company was banned last week, so... I'm not sure how his road was, or if he had any tough opponents or any 2-1s. I'm not sure, but he's known for just incredible aggressiveness, and he found a way to win last week. So we'll see if he can find a way to win this week. He lost to Paul. I'd be curious to know how that went down exactly, but we'd have to go do some research. But he got 2-0.
I guess it'd be Stuggies and LMGs everywhere.
Yeah, so
from Paul's side. Yeah.
Paul was rocking.
Yeah, I'm about 90% sure he was rocking that commander, yeah, as Auster. Alright, KoreanArmy he just booted up KO2, so hopefully they'll be in game very shortly.
Alright, Coolio. So we were talking about ways to possibly counter this early Centaur backed up by a 6-pounder. 6-pounder is a strong AT gun. It can handle pretty much all the early mid-game stuff of the Wehrmacht, all the half-tracks and so forth. And then, the Centaur comes out, and that thing just can rage through anything. It seemed like it was even damaging the Stug really well. When you think Centaur, you think anti-inf. But it seemed like the Stug, like when it would do a barrage against the Stug, the health went, It wasn't like it did nothing.
Yeah,
right?
but the baby Stug, it doesn't have a ton of frontal armor, right? Like it's not like shooting a P4, or I think that it has less armor than a P4. Maybe I'm just wrong. Definitely has less armor than most other tanks, though.
I cheated, man. I checked the chat, and people were suggesting OKV as a stronger counter to Brits and the Centaur.
Yeah, I think so. Because Sturm Pioneers are really, really good against Brits early game because they can just kind of run up to infantry sections and win. And Brits don't have a good counter to the ISG, and the ISG is really, really strong right now. So on a map like Longres, if you can,
right?
Yeah. If you just hide like 2 ISGs and get a JP4, the JP4 will, just dominate the Centaur, just bat it around.
Slow down, Ciez. Slow down. I got to translate some of this for our viewers that might not be so familiar with Company of Heroes 2. When he says ISG, that's the Infanteriegeschütz. It's an anti-infantry ranged weapon that the Oberkommando West has. And right now it's really strong. Like it'll lob one round in, and the squad that it's attacking will instantly get suppressed, and then like one more round and they're insta-pinned sometime. And if you're throwing these rounds in killing Brit soldiers, then you're really draining their manpower. So the Oberkommando West, that's the ISG. It's kind of like a mortar, but a little bit, it has more punch. And then what was the other thing you mentioned?
The Jagdpanzer IV, the OKW, they can get it very, very quickly if that's their first fuel purchase. And the game just came up, so we have 8.5 minutes till it starts if you want to go ahead and load in.
Oh, so we got some time yet. Okay. Then the Jagdpanzer IV, of course, I know all about this thing because I just saw 2 of them in Münster, which is where the Deutsches Panzer Museum is, here about 2 hours west of Berlin. And it's this like super low-profile tank with a fixed gun. And basically, the Germans discovered the P4 was a great workhorse. They built more P4s than any other tank in the war. But then when they came along with the Hetzer, the problem with the P4 and the Tiger as well is that often like the turrets would have mechanical problems. These tanks, they were brand new in the 40s. The technology was advancing so fast that even this like rotating turret would often get damaged or broken, dismantled. Like the Sturmtiger, for example, would be a Tiger 1 that with a damaged turret, they would just chuck the turret, and then they would weld like these huge plates on the top of the Tiger frame and give it this 38 centimeter gun, and that became the Sturmtiger. The Sturmtiger basically grew out of what are we going to do with these Tiger chassis that, with broken turrets, let's just weld a huge slant and just make it into a Sturmtiger, right? Well, similarly, the Germans that were designing the tanks discovered that, like, the Hetzer was a really reliable tank. It's just a small tank with a low profile, slanted armor, and a fixed gun, like no turret on the top. And so they took this, the success that was found with the Hetzer and then created the Jagdpanzer, which is, I think, on the Panther chassis, isn't it? I think the Jagdpanzer.
I'm not sure.
I know the Jagdpanther is. The Jagdpanther is like a fixed gun on a Panther chassis. The Jagdpanzer, I'm not sure. It's a little bit of a smaller tank. It has a really low profile, and it was very effective. And so they have 2 of them in Münster. They're really cool to see. So there was a lot of like recycling of chassis going on in the middle of the war as these new tanks were developed. All right, we're looking in game. We do have time to kill. Don't jump down my throat. I knew we had some time to kill. I told you a little story. Relax. Here we go. Barton's in game. He's I got friends on my list that are playing 4v4s and stuff. All right, Barton's up against OMG Pop. Well, that would be fun. 17 viewers in game. Julio. Paul is up against Cruz, and here we go. Insane DevM. 7 minutes to go. We're going to load into that one right now. This is a knockout. Best of 3. Looks like Korean Army is going to be Soviets and DevM's going to be Osther.
Yeah, another classic KO2 matchup here. It will be nice to see if DevM picks USF going into Game 2. I don't think Longres is the USF's strongest map, but he is very notorious for playing as US. So
Longres again. Wow. I hope my referees are jotting down the vetoes in order. I'm very curious to see which maps the players vetoed when. I'm telling you, I thought we'd see a lot of Ango and Arnhem. We saw some of the other matches taking place on Arnhem. I don't know if I've seen any on Ango yet. It's weird, huh?
Yeah, I am. That's one of my favorite 1v1 maps. Probably my second favorite 1v1 map, actually. So I wonder if the people feel like the new Longers is more balanced, or like I would love to hear their thoughts, right? Like if we ever do a winner's interview at the end, I'd like to hear like the veto thoughts of why pick Longers so much and stuff like that.
I'll be sure to ask that. That was one of the first things we unlocked in our Operation Charlie Fox fundraising drive, was a winner's interview. So, if I can swing it and the player's available, I'm going to try to do that next Sunday. So a week from tomorrow night, I will try to do that interview live on webcam. Hopefully the player has a webcam, and if they don't, they'll sure be able to afford one after this.
Yeah. No excuse for not buying one after winning $2,500.
Yeah. Okay, let me get this all set up. I got KoreanArmy on the left, so I'm going to have to switch my overlay around. Let me just open the tactical map real quick. Oops. Talk to team. Okay, we got 4 minutes yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to bring this down as I set it up. What can you tell if somebody was coming to the game brand new, what... Oh, it's the hour, not the company, right? Ciez? We saw that yawn.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, I tried to cover it up. It's
yeah, you were just a second too late, man.
My cats were like so wild this morning, kept waking us up, and my sister-in-law
You're really
called
gonna
at like
blame
6
your
a.m.
cats? Seriously?
Yeah, a lot of my cats and my sister-in-law.
Okay, let me fix my overlay. So what I was gonna say is, if someone was coming to this game brand new, how would you describe DevM?
Very aggressive. I haven't watched a ton of his play though, so I don't want to like describe him wrong. But I've heard like his USF play is just non-stop, kind of like the opposite of who's that really famous boxer who's like super defensive? He just beat the Spanish
Mayweather.
Yeah, he's like the opposite of Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
Like he just and kind of the opposite of Symbiosis in a way. You know, Symbi really wants to drag the game out and have his like good squad preservation and good tactical choices, wear you down over time. And DevM's kind of just wants to like break your skull in the first 5 minutes if he can.
Yeah,
right?
He is the knockout king, man. He can end games quicker than any other player we know of. He'll, often his wins are 17-minute stomps, and he's really fast. He's actually a League of Legends player, and he's got to end it here so that he can get off and practice with his LoL team. Because I think he's on a semi-professional team, not sure. I don't follow League of Legends myself, but I know he's on a team, and he's always talking to me like Sunday nights are hard for him because that's when his league team plays. And there are potential conflicts with this event, but I think he's he managed to play in the qualifier. So I think like after lots of fighting with his team, he was able to get them to like rearrange their schedule so that he could play with us last weekend. So good on him for doing that. We would have missed him had he not been able to play. And so he went through, and we were all kind of shocked. If you look at the poll, everybody voted that DevM would just handle Paul. And it turned out being the opposite.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta see those games, because apparently they were like less than 20 minutes in Paul's favor.
Whoa. That's the thing, he's the kind of player where it's hyper aggression and he takes a lot of risks. And if those risks don't pay off, it could backfire.
We got some spoilerinos in the chat on our Jezelin Vindicare matchup.
Go for it, man. I'm going to go check out the brackets. This is a live show. If you don't want spoilers, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, apparently Vindy won the ace game and knocks Jezelin 2-1 down into the loser's bracket.
Oh my god, how about that? The scores aren't in the brackets yet. That must be hot off the press. They must have just seen it happen on the streams. But
I just got a PM, and then people in chat started like talking about it.
So 2-1 for Vindicare X. Holy smokes. That's the game that we'll cast next. So Vindy and AIM, if you're coming over here, you guys got some time to kill. Just chill out, relax, collect yourselves, have dinner, take a shower, swim a mile, whatever you need to do, but relax. We're going to cast your game after we watch DevM and KoreanArmy fight for their lives.
yeah, it's all on the line. So this is when the pressure's on, right? When you're when you're in the winners bracket, obviously you don't want to lose, but it's just mentally not the same pressure as literally being on the ropes. I guess figuratively being on the ropes. You're not literally on the ropes, right? To use a fight reference, Sunday Night fight reference.
I like on the ropes. Yes, I'm feeling you. I'm just looking in game. It's 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They're starting. Let's pause at 5. Ciez.
All right, I'm paused at 5.
Come on in, fight fans. Let's see who wins and who goes home. Ciez, we're gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the north. We've been following him all day long. We saw him defeat Cruzy. We saw him lose to Aimstrong. It's getting late for him now. Could be about 4 a.m. Seoul time. In the blue trunks, playing the Soviets. Let's hear it for Korean Army! His opponent in the south. Oh wait, look at guys. This is better. Look over his right shoulder. Oh, there's 2 of. They're off camera. I'm trying to show the cats, but I barely can't see them. Okay, wow, people are gonna freak now. In the south, Langrskaya, red trunks. The damn evil vicious mouse, the winner of Sunday Night Fight Season 4, Ko1 legend from Portugal, rocking the Oster. It's DevM. Ciez, can you? Oh, I got. There's one. Look at that. Hey, no, I don't. I just switched. Show it again. Look, I saw a tail. Come on. We missed. He ran off. We missed it again. Okay, the people in chat are gonna be like, "Show the game." Serious, people go nuts. I'm not allowed to zoom. I'm not allowed to show Ciez's cat. I'm not allowed to tell stories. Okay, first engagements. Here we go. Conscripts and MG. DevM setting up. He's going to lay into those conscripts. They're going to try to get behind the shack. They do. They're in the fog of war. They're ooh-rahing forward. DevM's sensing it and backpedaling a bit. Doesn't want to get flanked. The conscripts are going to hop in the house. DevM's going to look for some green cover behind this little pickup truck or this well. Those conscripts are just going to hang out as long as they can, make a nuisance of themselves. Another squad of conscripts moving in by the center VP. This now will be Korean Army's 3rd contest of the day. And it's only DevM's 2nd contest. So DevM will be a little bit fresher. Is that right or wrong? That's right. It's interesting.
No, wait.
Yeah, no, it's right.
DevM played Paul
and lost.
No, they played Paul, right? DevM played Paul.
That's it. That's the way the losers bracket works when you have 12 men.
You're right,
you get one loser from round 1 against a loser from round 2.
Yes,
so that's what we're seeing. So DevM has been waiting for Korean Army to finish up, surely rooting for his clanmate. Yeah? DevM's been rooting for Aimstrong. I'm sure he didn't want to fight Aimstrong. So he got his wish. Korean Army came down, and so DevM not only has only played once, but also he's going to be a little bit fresher because he lost to Paul, maybe about an hour ago. So he will have had an opportunity to take a little break.
Korean Army gave him the old OMG pop a second ago where he switched the squad out of the house. And having this house on lock is very, very important so far. And you can see that it's leading to him being able to harass DevM's fuel down on the left, or the leftmost side of the map. But DevM getting the cutoff up very north, so harassment going on everywhere already. We're only 3 minutes in.
Yeah, check it out. Okay, fight in the center. Our combat engineers get chased off by 2 grenadier squads. That is what you would call a gank if you're a MOBA player, which DevM is. We know that. So he's looking for ganks, very conscious of wanting to trade efficiently in winning situations. You can see his pioneers backpedaling while the reinforcements of the 2 Gren squads come up, and suddenly Korean Army is looking very outnumbered in this fight by the middle. He will not be able to reconnect the right-hand side of the map. And these combat engineers, man, they're soft retreating, but there is no help in sight. Some understrength conscripts are going to try to move in the center VP. DevM instantly shifts back to deal with them.
Yeah, they're just gonna soft retreat back to the house, and I think KoreanArmy is just waiting on his Maxim to be able to push DevM off of that cutoff. But yeah, he has a really strong position with those. You know, two nicely. Well, they were two good health grind squads. Now the one's pretty low.
Mm-hmm. Okay, looks like KoreanArmy will be able to reconnect.
Especially with the help of that Maxim, for sure. And DevM picked up a sniper, so him and Aimstrong have pretty similar austere builds, or Wehrmacht builds.
Yes, well, I'm sure. I don't know if they practiced against each other a lot, but I can guarantee you they traded analytical ideas, talking about the game, trying to figure out the absolute strongest way to play. But we do have this gross difference between them. Gross isn't big, you know, like I'm using German grosse, that means huge, but we do have this large difference between them where Aimstrong prefers Brits and DevM prefers USF.
So the Wehrmacht sniper about to make himself known, pops off a con squad, first headshot of the day. We'll see if DevM can get more sniper kills than Aimstrong. I think that's going to be pretty hard to do.
We really should reinstitute the White Death Award for player with the most sniper kills. We also had one. We had a Walt Whitman for the most tank kills, and we would actually score tanks differently. You know, like we'd give them +10 for killing a heavy, and +5 for killing a light vehicle, and like +1 for killing an infantry or something. So we had this nice, complicated scoring system to see who was the best tanker and who was the best sniper and who was the best entertainer. We will be giving away Sturm Tiger Gaddafi's Coco Jumbo Award to the most entertaining player who uses the most non-meta play style. Ciez, we seem to get out of sync early somehow. If you could get ready to pause for a second, I'm going to count you. Sure. I'm at 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Alright, we're good. It's probably whenever do you open up the tactical map?
Yeah, and even though I opened it up early, even the second or third time, it seems to take a second.
Yeah, I turned my graphics down to prevent that.
Let's see. It's so easy for me to name German snipers, seeing as how I live here in Germany. I can name them after all my friends.
So what's this guy's name then?
Holger.
Oh gosh, that's gonna be hard for me to say, but I'll try.
His name's Holger. His name's Holger, and he's named after my son's grandfather.
Okay. That's good.
And
I like
so
that.
my son Aiden, his grandfather's name is Holger. So this is Holger the sniper. And you have to say sniper. Holger the sniper.
So one interesting
giving me blank looks. All right, sorry. Back to the game.
No. I was thinking.
Go.
One
we tune each other out sometimes, don't we?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. No, I wasn't tuning you out. I heard everything. I was just thinking about like DevM. He's shot like 2 or 3, at least 3 rifle grenades so far. It's very characteristic of who's that old school player? I should remember his name. I'm gonna remember it in a minute. He was very famous for T-70s back in the day. He'd make like 4 T-70s and then just drive to your base and kill you. Someone in the chat's
Von Ivan?
Sure.
No,
he played with Von Ivan though.
Bunch of T-70s. Andy is ripping?
Yes, Andy. So Andy was like a big proponent of rifle grenades. Seems like DevM kind of has the same line of, thought where, because 3 rifle grenades, you could buy LMG for that.
But is he landing any of them?
He landed 1 on the Maxim. The other 2 got dodged pretty nicely.
There was a
It's actually 2 rifle nades you can buy LMG. So he's shot. That's his 4th one. That's at least 2 LMGs that he's given up for rifle nades.
So
there's an interesting difference in play.
Neither player has picked a doctrine yet. They are both.
DevM going for. I'll let you ahead.
DevM's got.
I was gonna say DevM's picking second sniper.
Is he? Oh yeah, look at that.
Double
it's
sniper.
half built. Second sniper on the way. Oh, good grief. Now that second sniper is going to impinge on Holger's kill count. So, we're going family members now. I already have a name lined up for the second sniper.
Okay. What's the second one? We have Holger, and then who's going to be the second one?
Well, this here is Holger, And Holger just picked off one of the 6-man Maxim squad that are in the... Oh, a Scharfschütze has arrived, has it? This second one, and we have to control group him number 2. This one's called Dirk.
Dirk, okay.
Dirk. That's Dirk. Yes.
So...
Holger and Dirk. Holger is leading the front. He's going to be number 1, and he's got 13. Uh-oh. Doesn't want to get killed by a mortar, though. Right? Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
And this M5's coming out, just as KoreanArmy normally does around this time. So no AT gun from DevM. Wonder how that's gonna... He just spent manpower on something, and holy cow, KoreanArmy sprinting his Maxim at Holger, but it gets suppressed and he has to pack up.
Okay, well, you know, the M5 could be upgrading now, but he's not in connected territory.
Yep.
So KoreanArmy, he's got all the ammunitions, but he's sitting in unconnected territory, and he's not going to be able to upgrade that way, you know?
Yep,
and now we have incendiary rounds from the MG42, and that M5 has to back out. Did it suffer a Faust as well?
Yep, got hit with the Faust as well, yeah. And KoreanArmy lost a Con or something somewhere on the map.
Maxim's been
and a
great.
Con as well, I'm pretty
a
sure.
Con as well. Oh my.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a nice mortar. Almost takes out this double vet. Man, double vet at 10 minutes. So and the M5's not even repaired yet. Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. DevM has the answer to it on the field. He's driving it up to mid right now.
Oh boy, here we go. He also thought it was winter, this Puma driver. Okay, Holger and Dirk are still plugging away. It's Dirk now going to work on these conscripts. And look at DevM. This is the type of aggression that we've been talking about. He is not afraid to go straight into your face and kill your man. And he does get it. And it just after he spent all that ammo. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, KoreanArmy. That's costly. So to add insult to injury, not only did he kill your M5, but he just stole all of that ammo that you spent to upgrade it, and your upgrade did absolutely nothing.
Stole your Maxim too in mid.
Oh, DevM, man. He knows. You could tell, man. This is. I really wish we could have seen the games against Hoi Paul, because maybe who knows what happened there, but it looks like we're seeing a new DevM, a reinvigorated DevM.
He does not want to get knocked out of the tournament. That much is clear.
The Flamers tried to kill Dirk, but Dirk has friends. He has double Vic Grens backing him up. He has a Puma. A Poomer. You know the Brits call it a Poomer.
A Poomer.
They like to put R's on the end of words where there are no R's. It's something I will never understand and have asked about at length. The Southerners do it too. They would say Poomer. Brits and Southerners, they got something in common.
I'm a Northerner living in the South, so I definitely understand that.
That's right, South Carolina. That's considered the South. You're kind of up by the border.
Yeah, it's not the deep South though, so we don't have, like, people think we have rednecks that talk like that, but only some other people here do.
Well, look at Holger and Dirk both have a star.
I'm gonna lose track of them. They're at 17 kills each. I have no idea which is which.
That's why I bookmarked them. I foresaw this problem. I got Holger on 1 and Dirk on 2. They're having their way with KoreanArmy. He's going to pull out an Su-76 that should help him deal with the Puma. Yeah, that white wine is so bright. It's like as bright as the sun. You zoom in on the Puma and you get blinded by the light. DevM snipers are teeing off.
Big barrage coming in from that Su-76. I almost caught one of the snipers.
He's going under the wave. He's in the tube. Uh-oh. That shot looks like it's going to fall short. Holger was lucky.
Shots.
Oh, my God. And look at all these just ripe targets. He's going to reposition a bit to the left. Stay at max range. Pick off 2 more conscripts. That's that Wehrmacht safety pack. But I mean, in this situation, it's perfect timing to deal with the SU-76.
Yeah,
but I'm
absolutely.
sure he was building it before he saw the SU. Okay,
which one just got vet too? Holger or Dirk?
That's Dirk, so you can bookmark him.
Okay.
Wow, Dirk surpassed Holger. Holger was out first.
Oh, the Puma might flank that SU-76 in KoreanArmy's base. This DevM aggression, like you were saying just a second ago, he is not afraid to just drive into your base and kill your crap. There it is.
That's getting a ding-ding.
Yep.
And I'm just passing through. See ya, wouldn't want to be it.
Pretty much. And that's, looks like KoreanArmy's going to call in the towel on that.
14 minutes and 44 seconds. That's another award we could give, right? The fastest beatdown. Nice work, DevM. He's alive and well, fans of the evil, vicious mouse. Let's just have a quick look at Dirk and Holger. Oh, look at that's
48
so cute.
kills.
Which one is that?
Them.
That's Holger. Look at him. Look at him mid-stride. Okay, I have to. That is just so goofy and funny looking. I have to print screen it. Okay, I got a YouTube thumbnail. Man, look at all these just soft targets. Oh, you poor you poor Russians, you. Good grief. DevM had a field day. All right, congrats. We can chalk one up for him. KoreanArmy now, you know, he had a great run. He was plowing through people at the beginning of today's games. But now all of a sudden he finds himself one game away from being eliminated from Operation Charlie Fox.
And we'll have to see if he can keep up with DevM's USF play, which at this point is legendary, right?
That's coming next? Yes, that is.
Hopefully.
That's feared world
minutes.
around, DevM's USF play. And you know, KoreanArmy, he's been fighting nonstop, so it's not like he had a chance to go look at like Hoi Paul replays and see how he did it, you know? He's just been in-game the whole time, so we shall see. I don't expect any surprises. I 100% expect DevM to rock USF, which will be nice for us though, Ciez, because we haven't seen that faction yet.
That's right. That's right.
We haven't
and the
seen
game's
Okave
actually,
either.
I'm loading into it now, so I know we'll still go on a break, but
all right, yeah, no, it'll be fast. The priority is to get in game, definitely.
Less than 4 minutes.
Less than 4 minutes. Okay, great. You heard it, fans. If you need to use the restroom or grab a drink or something, go do it quick because we're going to be starting up in less than 4 minutes. How about that? Quick turnaround. I'm unloading now. I'm going to go to the break very briefly, throw a commercial at you guys. We appreciate it if you don't ad block on SNF because all those Twitch commercials help us do what we do here. So if you like it and you appreciate us bringing you this tournament and want us to do more of them, please disable your ad blocker both on Kotu.org and on Twitch. And you know what I haven't mentioned all day today? Follow us on Twitch. We have 6,000 followers, which we're proud of. We have 1.6 something million views. You know, Ciez, that's our saving grace against Helping Hands. We still have the most views.
You have more followers yet, or he's still beating out followers?
No, he's got 8,000 followers. We've only got 6,000.
Wow.
But yeah, oh no, no.
That's like cool, the whole Kotu community, right?
And props to Hansy, man. You got to respect the way that he promotes his stream and how often he streams, and you know, he's got all the bells and whistles. So yeah, he's got 8,000 followers. We've only got 6,000. We'd like to catch up to him a bit, so please follow us, guys. And but I was just gonna mention, we still have the most views. We have 1.6 million views, and Hans just got 1 million views.
Yeah, that's what matters, right? Like. Most views ever in Kotu history.
No, not really.
Sure.
It's just because we've been around longer.
Nah, don't. You know, just take your win while you can. I mean,
yeah. I mean, what I should have been doing was congratulating Hans for breaking 1 million views. That's awesome. Yeah. So, Hans Wrecked, Hans GG. Congrats, guys. If you do feel extremely generous, you can sub to us, and then you get a little Ami face and a little SNF Barton and SNF Marcus. And maybe if we can get enough subs, we can add some more funny emotes. Okay, Friends Games. Hoi Paul is in there. Jeslin's in there. DevM's in there. Barton's in there. It's all going, man. Like all 4 of them are going at once. Loving it. Loving it. We're loading in. Right now, I'm following. And sure enough, DevM will be USF. So we get to see our first USF game. Do you think we'll see Okave today, I wonder?
I think Vindy's been playing it. I haven't I'm not positive on that, but I think if anybody will do it, it would be Vindy.
Okay, interesting. I mean, there's so many players who we haven't seen a single game from. I kind of envy the viewers. Today's a great day to be a Company of Heroes fan because you guys can hop between the different channels. I mean, chances are we've already missed some epic games, Ciez.
Yeah, that's why I gotta catch the VODs or the replays, right? That's why hopefully everyone that's casting it's gonna send it to YouTube, right?
I should hope so. All right,
I would hope so. It'd be kind of lame to cast it and then have it just die and fizzle out, right? I mean, especially if it's a great game.
And the thing about Twitch VODs, too, that if you don't make a highlight, the VOD disappears after like 2 weeks. So you've got to be careful about that. You definitely want to save it for posterity. I'm still loading, guys. I'm almost in there. I got to fix my overlay.
25 seconds.
Really? Okay, well, pause at 5.
I'll pause for you, but yeah. I'm just going to deposit like a random number so that like...
Don't do that.
Oh, are you at 5? I'll be like, no, I'm at 6. Just kidding.
Don't do that. That's funny. There's this captain on the loading screen. He's like a general. He's not even in the game, is he? There's that Russian general.
The commissar guy?
Yeah, you can't build that.
In the campaign or something, right?
Yeah, sure, in the campaign you see him, but we never see him in multiplayer, so it's just kind of funny that he's in that map. I think there are some other little goofs in the map images. Like a guy found a loading screen for a 4v4 where there are Germans crewing American tanks and fighting against the Germans.
Did you see?
But they were fighting against the Germans. You know, it was just weird.
That's weird.
They've spot. You know, people are sharp, man. They will spot every little misstep. Okay, I'm paused at 5. My fog of war's coming off. Yep. I'm cycling through the tactical map real quick. I'm scaling up my HUD. I'm taking you guys to a break for a few seconds, and then we'll launch into Game 2 of this contest.